How would you feel if I paused after every word that I said? Or what if I kept running on and on and on and didn't have a sentence at all and just kept talking and talking and talking without any kind of break until I ran out of breath? Neither one of those works when we're talking or listening to somebody talk. It doesn't work for music either. So today we're going to talk about legato. Legato is an Italian word that is talking about how you shape or play the music. The idea of legato is that the notes are smooth and connected without any break in the sound. So I'm going to show you on the piano, but I'm also going to talk about how to do it on a musical instrument as well when you're not having to press down on the keys. So when I tell students this starting off, I talk about how it's no space in between the sound. There's space there. It's like you're going from one note to the very next, like your fingers are walking. It's not, as many beginning piano students will do, as this. Holding down everything and then maybe letting some go as you go along. No, it's clearly defined space, not space, but breaks in between that basically that sound overlaps. That's it. Now, the challenge for many musicians, especially piano players, is you have a non-dominant hand for piano players, and if you're most people, it's going to be your left hand. Now you'll notice that I just started with my right hand and played with my left hand, and both were no problem. You could say, sure, Craig, you've been doing this since the age of 5. Yes, there's that. But I am also left-handed. So there's that too. But the idea is still the same, that when you're focusing on one hand over the other, you definitely want to focus on your non-dominant hand. But the same idea is there, that as you're pressing down on the key, you let go of the one that you've just played to go to the next one. The best way to do this, I think, is to go slow to start off with. And as you go slow, you're going to be able to build up confidence and that skill so that you're able to then be able to pick up the speed and go faster and faster as you go along. Now, what if you were playing a musical instrument that's not the piano? Maybe a wind instrument like, I don't know, the flute or the clarinet or the saxophone. It's the same concept. You just take your breath in and you let that sound just sustain through that one breath as you're going along. It's the same way if I'm singing. If I'm singing, I take that breath and I hold that note out for as long as I can on that one breath without having to pause. That technically is called chanting, but you get the idea. When the melody or the notes move up or down, that's the idea. The whole point of this is it helps to break up the music into musical thoughts or ideas, just like the cadences we're used to when we're hearing people verbally talk out loud or read out loud, or when we're read to, or whatever the case is. It's just that natural rhythm or cadence of what we're used to in life. Music reflects that just as much. So get to working on that legato and have fun.